The Vatican announcing the death of Pope Francis at the age of 88. The leader of the Catholic Church, you might remember, was hospitalized around the 14th of February. And of course, issues around his health has been dominating headlines since then. It seemed that he was making a bit of a bounce back insofar as his health is concerned. But of course, this news coming through from the Vatican just a short while ago, announcing that he passed away at his residence in Rome after being admitted, of course, to the Gemelli Hospital there. He has in many ways been seen as a revolutionary pope, given the reforms that he's been able to introduce in the Catholic Church since taking over from Pope Benedict XVI, if memory serves. And it was an unprecedented moment even then, given the fact that unlike the popes that preceded him, Benedict XVI decided to step down from the papacy. And so it meant that for the first time in the country or in the church's history, you actually had an instance where there were two popes that were still alive at the same time. And of course, Pope Francis taking over since then. And he's been a pope that many people have said had focused on issues to do with the environment. He's made headlines for his comments around gay people. You might remember those famous words, "Who am I to judge?" certainly hovering around his legacy for some time. He is a Jesuit pope, the first of his kind. If memory serves, I stand to be corrected insofar as that is concerned. And if you know the history of the church quite well, you'll know that usually popes take from other popes insofar as their name is concerned. That's why we speak of a Benedict XVI, for example. Francis didn't do that. He carved his own path and is in fact the first pope ever to be called Francis, coming of course from the South Americas, so he's also a pope from the global South, another first in one way or the other. There's going to be a lot of reflection around this moment. I mean, no matter where you stand insofar as the Catholic Church is concerned, it's certainly been an institution that has garnered the attention of the world, for better or for worse in some instances. And we do know that typically when a pope passes away, world leaders are expected to attend his funeral. And I know there'll be all manner of reflections insofar as that is concerned as well. And in the more distant future, if you like, there'll be real questions around who's likely to succeed Pope Francis and lead the billions of faithful who without a doubt will be watching what happens next very closely. And I suppose there's a bit of poetry, if you like, with the Pope passing away during this Easter time, considered a moment of great reflection, of loss, quite frankly, and of almsgiving. The Pope passing away at his residence at the age of 88. He began his papacy actually in 2013, and as I mentioned, since then it's really been marked by significant reforms. He's been an advocate for social justice in some instances, and has also been seen as pushing for the modernization of the Catholic Church, which some people have said has been stuck in its past for a very long time.